Hello everybody and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still in sell-off mode. We already saw it, right, this week that Bitcoin was not able to generate any upside momentum. Structure was weak, and in my last video we talked about Bitcoin's key spot. Bitcoin had arrived at the key spot, was literally hovering above a cliff and decided to jump. So Bitcoin is falling. However, does that mean, we're in a bear market? People ask me. I can't confirm that. I mean, I said it many, many times. If you guys are not following yet on the MCO Global YouTube channel, feel free to do so, because over the last few weeks, I said it again and again, that a break below the 21-week EMA is not so much of a problem. That happened various times in this bull market. Now, the thing is, this time, obviously, it happened from a location where technically, absolutely, we could have a top. Yeah, absolutely, we could have a top, because the wave count to the upside is complete. But we still have the 55-week EMA, and, well, my communication was around the 55-week EMA, which is around 98K. And really only if we get a break below it, yeah, then I will start to assume we have topped. If that's not even a confirmation from an Elliott Wave point of view, right? But I have to, at some point, we have to start to look lower, right? Don't get me wrong, on the smaller time frame, we're already looking lower because micro support broke yesterday. And the entire week I mentioned to you that, well, it's kind of low confidence at the moment, all the patterns, but the market has finally made a decision. I know it's not great, but Bitcoin is, we're still bullish on Bitcoin. I mean, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, and that doesn't necessarily mean in the short term we have to go up, but it means that, Bitcoin is gonna make it. Can I promise that we're not going in a bear market yet? No. I mean, I did say it many times before. Q4 is the time to top, but normally in Q4 we would see another boom phase. So that's still what I'm watching for, especially as long as the market is holding above the 55-week EMA. I will probably today, and I wanted to do it earlier this week, didn't have time. I will probably today do another video on the MCO Global YouTube channel to talk about the macro a little bit more. That's typically where we do it. But you might remember when we started the week and we looked at this chart here, which I show, every few days, and we saw that wick on the 21-week EMA. I mean, nobody can predict that really, yeah, but it was at least an option, at least also likely that we would fill the wick of the 21-week EMA, because it happened before. It happened before in February. Yeah, we also had quite a liquidation event that was late February, and then it recovered all the way back up the 21-week EMA, closed there, but the following weekly candle took it below. Now, that is what might happen now. We could test the 55-week, and so my communication, I think, was quite clear over the last few days. Should we break below the 21, then the door opens to 100K. Now, we can now specify that a bit more. It's more like 98K, yeah? It's an area. The 55-week EMA, yeah, it's technically one level, but it's basically a zone around it. You see, when the 55-week was tested before, very often the market broke below it briefly to then recover the weekly candle above. I think if we test it, which seems likely at the moment, yeah, we'll take a look at the Elliott Wave structure as well. If we test it, we might not close a weekly candle below it, yeah, in the first week. I mean, even if we do, whenever we, in the last few times when we broke below the 21-week and we tested the 55, we didn't really close a weekly candle below it. That can happen, but I'm just saying it should provide some support. So it's something to watch. But this is just macro lens. The Elliott Wave structures give us more precision. And here, the idea was if we go down any lower, so my view yesterday was if we go below yesterday's low, the intraday low from yesterday, then we are likely opening the door to 100K. So, and that's what we are doing right now. We're on our way likely to 100K first. Why 100K or 98 to be more precise? Because you see all these levels here, right, on the chart. You see the previous swing lows from July, August, yeah, July, And now we broke below this line, and it seems like the market wants to get to the next support line, which is the July low, and we should move through this area quickly, as the market did before. We moved up quickly, yeah. There's typically not too much support here in this area. It happens very quickly when we move through this area. So I would not be surprised. I mean, that's my view now. Yeah, we get to 98K. There's also the 55-week EMA. You see it on this chart as well. Now, is that bear market? For me, it isn't. At least it's not confirmed yet. It could be, yeah. I mean, all my macro warnings and everything, they are real, right? They are real. Just because I don't repeat them in every video, they haven't changed. That we basically have a completed Elliott Wave structure to the upside. It is, but it is true. It's just what it is. So just because the traditional cycle indicators don't confirm a top yet, or don't show us, Elliott Wave tells us there's a full wave count. Yeah, talked about many times. Okay, talked about many times. So it's possible, right? We could have formed the top, but I need much more confirmation for that. In the first instance, a break below the 55-week EMA, but a decisive break, not just a wick and a recovery. So what could very much happen is the market obviously shook out quite a lot of people last Friday. Then a lot of people tried to jump in, revenge trading. And now these people are being shaken out as well. So it's just maybe another flush. So we'll see. The move down now could be the A wave in orange of a larger ABC structure. Or it could be the C wave of a wave 4. And the move down doesn't look complete yet. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame, and then you will see the microstructure. And here you can see it. This is the microstructure, and I said we will fully commit to that until until resistance breaks and the market gives us another signal. But we will commit to this roadmap should the market break below the intraday low from yesterday, which it did overnight. Okay, so that means there is a good chance the market is currently working on circle wave 3 of wave C of that wave 4 correction. Oh, I accidentally deleted that A wave in orange. That's obviously still relevant. Hold on. This is the one that I just showed you on the larger time frame. I'll adjust that later. But yeah, the move down can be an A wave of a larger 3-wave correction. Or it is the C wave of a wave 4. Basically, it's completing the wave 4 or the A wave. And in this move to the downside, we don't have an impulse. We seem to have a diagonal pattern that's unfolding. And you see that the market is moving very choppy structures. 3 waves down in wave 1, wave 2, then an A wave down of wave 3. That was the flush. But please note, again, the data quality from end of last week's flash crash is just poor. So it's difficult to be very precise here. Then we had a B wave, and now we could be in the C wave of wave 3, which is not finished yet, likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this would be wave C of circle wave 3, then wave 4, 5. Again, sometimes we don't get the last 4, 5, but this could take us to 98K in the next instance. And then when we get there, we'll see what the structure says. I'm going to adjust resistance throughout the day and obviously keep you updated. The nearest resistance area is located between 107,964 and 110,124. I can only remind you guys, be careful. We in our member live stream last week, I mean, there were not really, I can't remember, maybe 1 or 2, but there were not really any reliable structures, or long trade setups. So we'll this is how the week developed, essentially, right? It was the message of our member live session last Sunday, and we'll have another one on Sunday. Feel free to join if you're interested. But we do this, we go through the jungle of altcoins every Sunday, and we take a look at what the market is doing. And, after that flash crash, it was all messed up, and the data was not very clear. So be careful at the moment in the market out there. We didn't have very much clarity. Now at least we have some clarity that we should be moving towards the 100K area. There's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, yeah, feel free to join our community. The link is in the description, and also you can follow us on X for additional charts. I put the link for you guys into the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.